Welcome back to Armchair Safari. Today we're doing something extra hard. This is the daily video where we look at something online and we try to become better designers by breaking it down. Usually we go through what is good about this, what is bad about this, and does this work for the end user? But today we have an extra challenge because today we were asked by Michael Andruza. Damn it, I can't do names. Anyway, Michael is a really good designer who actually makes a living selling themes, and he asked us to check out his Lexington Themes site because he's redoing it. So, oh boy, let's not just look at one photo. Let's look at an entire site, and not only that, let's look at an entire site by a designer who just makes sites. Maybe not just. Maybe he does a lot of other stuff as well, of course, but he does sites. So this is going to be a challenge. Let's dive right in. So Lexington Themes is a site that sells themes for Astro sites. So if you're not a fan, if you're not using Astro, you should know that Astro is probably the best framework for building web pages today. It is mostly server rendered. It is incredibly easy to start. It works with every other front-end framework, and it's in many ways just brilliant. So I use it on my site. I think you should use it on yours. And if you need a quick start, maybe Lexington Themes is the way to go for you. Anyway, let's dive right in. So, what do you think? It looks a little cramped, doesn't it? I think it looks a little cramped. Maybe it's just my screen size. Let me zoom out a bit. No, no, this is what it should look like. Why does it look cramped? Is it because he's using like a screen height something to set the... No, no, it's just a little cramped. I don't know why. It's not the, like there's a discount bar. Maybe that's pushing it together a little bit. No, probably not. The menu bar is very nice. It's very slick and sleek, so it's not pushing it together. Um, no, I really don't know. It's something to do with this. The hero feels a little cramped. I'm not sure why. Anyway, let's not get stuck. Let's look through the whole page and then dive into some details. So here we go. Here we have a bunch of themes, and I wish I could go through some of them, but it would take way too much time. Ooh, look at that. Oh my God. And also, wait, this one, I saw this one. This looks flabbergasted, looks extremely similar to what we saw from um, another wonderful landing page. It was called the Facility Monster a few weeks ago. Really, really nice. This looks oddly, so like suspiciously close to what I'm doing with Fine Insight. And ooh, I mean, this looks like something I would want to use. Okay, let's not get caught up in the actual themes. That would take too long. Okay, so here we go. It's a long list of beautiful themes, and then we have some reviews and opinions, and then we have the deal correlated with the button up here and the discounts in the discount bar. Very cool. Then we scroll down and we have, ooh, nice, a very fat foot right here. That is really nice. Oh, that's a very interesting use of shading. Look at this. So when you scroll over it, it goes light, but the item that you are hovering is dark. That's bizarre. I don't think I've ever seen this before. I mean, it makes it very, very clear what you're hovering, which is really nice. It's just that the hover, like when it's in this state, when you're not actually hovering anything, it looks like the whole thing is disabled. It's very interesting. All right, cool. So, what is good about this? What can we learn from Michael? A lot, probably. But what are the details that I can pick out that we can learn from Michael? So, first off, let's actually ignore the... No, let's not ignore it. So, okay, the discount bar. Extremely easy to see. I love how it melts into my browser. Now, I'm using Safari. I'm not sure what this looks like on Chrome, but it's very interesting that it actually correlates so well. I wonder if he's setting like an HTML color and then using a body color for this. Ooh, look at that. That's a very nice detail. The um, the logo hovers into the same color as the action color for the buy buttons. Very nice. Actually, this is the accent color all the way through. I can see now on these filters, also looking very nice. I think the menu here is genius. Um, it basically just says that yes, you are on the Lexington theme site. You get the what's included docs fac and then get the bundle. And there's nothing else. You know, there's no like, oh, about us or whatever. It's super, super clear. Like you are here. This is what you get. This is how you use it. These are common questions people have. Get it now. Bam, bam, bam. Very clear, very good narrative. And of course, most people who end up on this page are probably just looking for themes. So what they're really looking for is not these things. So you can bundle them up into the navigation, and then the hero or the main section can just be about this is what you came for. This is what you're looking for. So really nice storytelling, really makes sense. I do think the hero, which is like the short version of what you're going to get or what this site is about, feels a little cramped. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe Michael can come back with some info on that. I love the fact that this is marked with the Astro logo and Tailwind CSS logo. So you know exactly like, oh, okay, so these are built for Astro and you're using Tailwind CSS. So if I know any of those, this is going to be very easy for me. Those are very, very popular frameworks today, so it's super easy for anyone to download and go. And what happens if we click one of these? So let's do what do I need? Let's do SAS. Okay, so first off, it actually does switch page, even though it was incredibly rapid. I did not preload this. This is just what it looks like. And I am currently in Germany. I have no clue where Lexingtonthemes is based. So it was really rapid. And yeah, the scroll or the main area itself looks awesome. It is actually a little bit weird with the offset border here. So you get this really nice screenshots or this really nice screenshot collection that gives you an overview of the theme, even though you're just looking at the first, even though you're just looking at a an archive list, you still see like several pages from the theme. So you get more than just the theme like headline thing that you get in like a WordPress theme or something. Here you really see like, oh, you get all of these things that make sense. This is look at this, you get a pricing site because we're looking at SaaS, right? It gives you a lot more overview. That is very nice. Gives you everything you need right up front, name, price, category it relates to. There's a live demo and you can look at some theme details, but this offset is a little bit strange because when I just scroll through this, what it looks like to me is that this is the grid row, and then I don't actually see the name interfering with that. When I scroll through it, it doesn't feel like that's offset for some reason. It's probably not strong enough for me to react to, but the button is. So the button feels a little bit to the left of the actual grid, even though it's not. It's perfectly on grid. So that's an interesting effect. I wonder if, is this, um, does this have a dark mode? Nope, it doesn't. I was just wondering if it had a dark mode, if it had the same effect, or if it did something different. But it didn't. Does this have a hover state? No, no, it doesn't. It's very clearly clickable, so it doesn't need one. It's just very interesting to see how he worked with that. And then we go down to reviews and opinions, and those are really good. Like, this is the person we're listening to. This is why we're listening to this person, and this is what the person said. Excellent. Also love how visually weighted the avatars are. Like even though they're faces and clearly not something that Michael did, but just random photos of these people, probably like avatars from X or whatever, they take up similar amounts of weight. So it feels like Michael has tweaked them a little bit to be balanced. I love that. And I gotta say, this is probably my favorite part of the entire site. Like you have now looked through the list. You have either been inspired, you've either found something you really want, or you haven't. But here's the deal. This is what you get. And it's super clear. It's just old and you are done. You can make a choice now. There's more for you if you want, but you can make a choice now. Love that. I'm definitely gonna incorporate this idea in my next site. And then we have the fat footer with every possible thing you could possibly imagine. I love how this has expanded the menu. So it's still, we still have the same sort of things. We still have the categories, we still have the navigation options that we have at the top, but we also have additional things like changelog, tutorials, showcases, documentation, some refund from, yeah, it's like all of the things that you could possibly be looking for. Very nice. And really, really, really like the fat, huge logo at the bottom. It's a very, very nice use of space. It's a very nice use of like bouncy space. Let's just call this bouncy space. So when you swipe quickly with a trackpad or you're on a mobile device, you swipe down and the logo just bounces into view. I really like that. Also, look at that. Here we can see the he has actually done tricks to make the bar sort of slide into the to make the discount bar disappear into the browser, because if you scroll down, you scroll past the body, and it is true, the HTML tag has a white background and the body has a gray background. It's very subtle. It's a very nice detail, very cool to see. Definitely gonna have to learn from this. This is a very, very cool idea. Yeah, all right. So that is about it, I think. Or should we open something just to see it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on. Let's go with Fabergasted because I love this. Open demo does not exit into a separate page. It was separate tab and separate site. We're still on the same site. Very, very impressed by this. Let's see. Ah, okay, so it's a viewport. I wonder what that is. So this is probably an entire site in like an embed or something. You can do this type of thing with Astro, which is very, very cool, which I suspect is what he's done. And also just this, I'm not going to go through this entire new site because that would take too long, but damn, some of these things are really, really nice. Uh, yeah, this is cool. Maybe I will come back and reuse some of his themes because that's just way too cool not to. So that's what it looks like when you live demo it. If you go into the theme description, you get really nice screenshots because this is what you're actually looking for, right? As soon as when you're looking to buy a theme, what you really want is just to see a huge overview of like, what do I get? This is what you get. That's excellent. And then again, really good visual hierarchy, name, price, buy, demo, really, really good. This is what you get: pages, sections, components. Yep. And then we have some specifications of pages and components and so on. But it is under an expander because you don't really need to know unless you're super interested. That is a very good, very focused, very, very focused product page. Really impressed by that. And that's it. So it's a very flat site in architecturally, information architecturally, a very flat site. Very nice to see. So we did some good things already. I would like to add some more. So the filters are incredibly good. The information architecture has been really, really good. The narrative of the page is really, really good. The visual hierarchy is also really, really good. There's pretty much nothing redundant here, which is super cool. Does feel a little bit cramped for me, so that would be a negative. Or it could be that he is adapting to my screen size. I really don't know. Um, it's very hard to say. I also think that the grid here could use a stronger contrast. I think it is a little bit hard to feel it. Like if I have any impairment to see this in poor light, I will not see the rectangle holding the screenshot, so it's a little bit wonky. And let's see how it actually scales. So scaling out is fine, and scaling in is really, really excellent. Yeah, very cool. And yeah, there's not really much to say that is bad about this. It's a very clear site. It's a very sleek site. I think it might be a little simple, but at the same time, like when you're highlighting products, or in this case, design products, what you really don't want is for your own site to get in the way of that. So it's very to the point, and I really like that. Clearly, he's thought through some interesting things with the discount banner, like getting almost absorbed into the browser by using the same color. It's a very, very cool trick. Never seen that before. So he's clearly thinking about the details. He's just chosen to keep it this minimal. It's very, very cool. So final question, the most important thing, does this work for the end user? Definitely. I think this totally works for the end user. I think this is a very pleasant, like from what I've seen at least, this is a really pleasant purchasing experience. If I need an Astro theme, I know that I can just jump in and look at it and see the whole thing. And actually, let's scroll down and look at the one that I kind of feel looks like a site I'm currently designing very much. I hadn't seen this. Definitely gonna go check it out. And it's just, yeah, it's just very sleek, clean, and to the point. I really like it. It does feel a little tight, but let's see. I mean, it was a design choice by Michael. He says he's redesigning this. It's going to be very interesting to see the next version. And just because I think it's a little cramped doesn't necessarily mean that's a bad thing. Does it work for the end user? Yes. Yeah. Let's just go with that. And yeah, Michael, really well done. Super impressed by this. Thank you so much for sharing it with us, for letting us review it. And yeah, I hope you let us know when the new site is out, so I can have a look at that as well. And I'm definitely going to be looking at some of these themes. They're very cool. So that's it for today. Everyone, we just learned a lot about e-commerce and how to structure your narrative to make sure that the user is actually getting exactly what they want out of a site. This is pretty much a masterclass in that. And I will see you again tomorrow. Bye bye bye.